I could really put video in every huddle room, in the cafeteria, anywhere where people congregate to extend that experience. And then that's the power of cloud, and that's the power of WebRTC.
I'm Father Robert Ballecer, the digital Jesuit here at Enterprise Connect 2019 in Orlando, Florida. And I have the privilege of speaking with Mr. Joe Manuele. He is the CEO of Highfive. Joe, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you very much, Father. Pleasure to be here.
Now, for those folks who maybe don't know, what is Highfive? It's the company with a fabulous name, but what is your specialty?
So Highfive specializes in delivering video conferencing over hyperscale cloud using WebRTC, which is a whole lot of mumbo jumbo that really makes video conferencing super, super easy. Our mission is to make video conferencing the primary route of the communication, and to make it really, really easy to use and easy to consume. We want to make video the primary form of communication, and it has to be easy, cheap, affordable, and we're shooting to make it ubiquitous.
Now that's interesting that you're really pushing video conferencing, because a lot of the other vendors on the floor are hedging their bets. They're trying to make sure they're including the entire suite of UC. It sounds as if you're saying, no, video conferencing should be primary.
You know, it's wonderful to be standing here right next to you. It's obviously a much more personal relationship. It's much, I could see the emotion in your face as you're speaking, how excited you are to talk to Highfive, right? And the reactions that we get when we interact. You only get that when we get to see each other face to face. And the next evolution of not actually being here right next to you would be over a video conference call, over 4K video, where I can get those nuances, where I could really capture the emotion. So when we communicate with each other and we collaborate with each other, and we can see each other and hear each other and see each other laugh and grin or frown, or capturing all of the human emotion, the interaction becomes so much more effective, so much more personal, if you will. So that's what we're really shooting for. I mean, we're trying to make Highfive. And it's kind of like the history of the name of the company is making it easy to use, so that if I send you a link and you click on a link and you're up and running, it's that easy. It's like, oh, we're on Highfive. Like that's the concept, the joy, if you will, that we're trying to capture in the experience.
I was listening to a panel yesterday, and one of the panelists said, we were all big about video conferencing when it first came out, and then we started adding other UC components.
Right.
But his theory was the reason why we did that was because we never truly had the video conferencing experience that we wanted, and therefore we kind of filled in the blanks. We said, well, maybe that's not great, but we can also do text, and we can also do screen sharing.
Right.
So if you're pushing video conferencing, it tells me that you think you've got it nailed. You finally have that experience that people actually want.
Yeah, we talk about the Maslow hierarchy of conferencing needs, right? The first thing is I need to be able to hear you. And so Dolby Voice is the way we deliver the voice experience. We want to make sure that we can hear you absolutely clearly, get that cinematic experience. Then the ability to share content on a desktop is really, really important, and then the ability to deliver video. But you're right, like video conferencing when it first started, the big Cisco telepresence rooms at $250,000 a pop, you just can't put those in every conference rooms. Now with Highfive, for $599 a month, we can deliver that same kind of teleconference experience. Think about that, $7,000 a year, you can equip a 4K camera and Dolby Voice in any room. So now our clients are coming up to us and saying, hey, I've got 20 or 30 traditional conference rooms.
Right.
I could do hundreds now. I could really put video in every huddle room, in the cafeteria, anywhere where people congregate to extend that experience. And then that's the power of cloud, and that's the power of WebRTC. So making it affordable, easy to use, and so we can basically equip that. So I do actually agree with that theory. I'm not sure who said it, probably one of my competitors, but I think we're all coming to the same conclusions, right?
Now, the other part about that is you also seem to be pushing the in-room experience, which I got to say, it's not common. Everyone here is like, well, I could have a teleconference on my phone or on my laptop, and therefore I don't need to be bound to a room. It seems as if you're saying that's nice to have that flexibility, but you still need to have a properly set up room in order to actually have an experience that makes you want to do it again and again and again.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like conferencing should adapt to the way you work. So one of the things that Highfive does that's unique actually is I have the ability to start a call on a phone through my Highfive app if I'm driving to work. And then I get into the office and I can actually, without interrupting the conversation, flip up into a room and enable video. And if that room has been allocated to someone else and Chris walks in and says, "Hey Joe, I booked that room," I can move the meeting to my laptop and continue the meeting on my laptop and do video. So it's not so much that we're emphasizing the rooms. The rooms are hard. That's the hard part of the video conferencing equation. So yes, we absolutely have to have a mobile experience, a desktop experience, and we obviously do that. But we also adapt to the room conferencing needs that companies have. And it's much more comfortable to be in a room with PTZ Zoom that adapts to where you are with your laptop, and whiteboarding and the ability to do a virtual whiteboard session to put your thoughts on there. There's only so much I can do on my desktop and so much I can do on my phone. So the rooms we all have conference rooms, we all have whiteboards. All we got to do is equip them with a Highfive system, and you elevate the experience exponentially effectively.
Well, Joe, I want to thank you very much for coming on and telling us about that, because I think people get caught up too often in the individual specs and the details, and they don't think about that big picture, which is how is this technology actually enabling my people to have productive conversations? And is it pushing them into things like a room where it makes them more imaginative? It makes them more productive. Now, if they wanted to find out more about Highfive, more about the services that you provide, where should they go?
Oh, absolutely, Father. So just go over to our website, www.highfive.com. You'll see our entire price list there, $199, $299, $599 a month. Reach out to us. We'll do a free demo, and if it makes sense, we'll send you some equipment. Try it out.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you, Father.
And folks, stay tapped, because we've got plenty more from Enterprise Connect 2019.